Swamp Thing, you make my heart sing.
What's going on, Geminites? Gem Mint here, and today we got to talk about the controversy surrounding the new XM Studios Swamp Thing, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on it and my 2 cents. Before we get started, though, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. We are giving away a Spider-Man statue once we hit 125,000 subscribers. All you got to do is leave a like on this video, comment below, and stay tuned until the end. I'll give you more details on the giveaway and how it's going to work. But for now, let's take a look at the Swamp Thing statue by XM Studios. This is one of their new quarter-scale DC pieces. It's up for pre-order now, and the statue community on Facebook is quite torn on their thoughts on this piece. So let's take a look at it together. So here you can see retail price, 1,299 Singapore dollars, so probably about 900 USD. Maximum edition size, 499. This is not licensed for the US. It's Southeast Asia, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, Taiwan, Thailand, and Vietnam. And let's take a look at some of the pictures here. So here's the first picture. And I guess, do we talk about it right away? So the biggest comments on this piece so far have been the pose, the fact that it looks like Hulk transformation, and the fact that it doesn't really feel like a Swamp Thing pose. And I guess let's give you an example here really quick. So this is a picture that's been floating around the internet. The Hulk transformation piece has been mirrored, but you get the idea. It would be either, Swamp Thing's left arm and Hulk's right arm. So a similar pose. And that's some of the nitpicks here. Now I personally, that's not a deal breaker for me because so many statues have similar poses. Actually, I'll show you a couple of examples. So these were posted by Geo from Rad Titan, kind of just showing that, hey, these poses have been done, most of them done by Bowen already, but yeah, just an example of like XM Thanos, Bowen Thanos, Sideshow Skeletor. This was the one for me. Bowen Strife with Vision and the XM Iron Man. Man, Strife and Vision are crazy similar. So yeah, for sure, similar pose. And then this one, you got the classic one gun up, one arm down kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, so it's no surprise that the same pose have been done multiple times over. The other criticism, like I mentioned, it just doesn't really feel like a Swamp Thing pose, right? Swamp Thing is not like a power-hungry guy. He's never trying to take over. He's never really trying to feel triumphant. He feels very like almost non-confrontational. He's very somber. He's always sulking and hulking around in the swamps. He's more in touch with nature type of a character. So yeah, I mean, he has been mad sometimes in comics, and this could be one of those times. Now, interestingly enough, this one was designed by comic book artist Riccardo Federici, who has done art for Marvel and DC, and this was also okayed by DC Comics, so they felt like it fit Swamp Thing enough. Now, I do want to point out, though, when XM Studios kind of, replied to comments in the chat, because this was in the XM Studios Facebook group, one of the members, longtime collector Amy, was asked, well, what pose should we have done? And he hit him with a quickness. Great poses for Swamp Thing. I love this one on the left, the one of him just walking in the swamp. This one is just lurching over. This one, a little bit of a stretch, holding a skeleton. I don't know if it's the lady friend of his. Hulking. Yeah, I mean, those feel like Swamp Thing, right? So I thought it was funny that he kind of came out with the receipts right away. But XM Studios was quick to point out, like, hey, listen, this was created by a comic book artist, the design. It was approved by DC. But I do agree. It doesn't really feel like Swamp Thing to me. Now, as far as the actual technique, I mean, I think this picture looks great. I like the swampy background that they use to kind of, put you in that element. You have the tree barks going around him. I think the sculpt of the actual swampiness on his body looks great. Love that portrait. Let's move on to some pictures. It does have a switch out portrait. Not really a fan of this one. I know that this is what he looks like in the comics. I think even, I don't think right now, maybe New 52. Is it in the new Ron V run? I'm reading it now, but I don't remember him having like that kind of beard. It was pointed out, it looks very Pirates of the Caribbean. Who's the guy with the tentacles beard? I'm not really a fan of this portrait, not to say it's bad or anything. I don't really like it. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. All right, so anyway, but then you can see the nice colors here. They purposely have it like a bright light on his chest, and it's kind of dark around his hands. You can see the different browns and greens, the little intricate leaves sculpted in, the vines sculpted in. I think that looks good. Here's his back with the first portrait that we looked at. It does have a Dr. Fate Easter egg here, which somebody in the groups mentioned as well. Like maybe he would have this pose if he defeated Dr. Fate. Yeah, so maybe he just got done with a battle here. Sculpt on the back looks cool. I think that looks great. Here's the base. So you have flowers, a little tree frog there. That's a nice touch. Like I mentioned, that Dr. Fate helmet. The paint applications on Swampy look good, man. You have the brown kind of thighs going into the rest of the green. Nice storytelling base. I mean, that's what you want in a character, right? I like that it seems to have a smaller footprint. I'm sure we'll get the centimeters here in a moment, but I'm sure this is going to be like 23 inches or something like that, I would assume. We'll take a look at it. It looks okay. I just, you know what? I got to agree. I'm not a fan of the arm pose like that. I just don't love the pose. Not so much that it's been done before. And look what I said, 61 centimeters, 24 inches. What did I say? Do I know my statue stuff? I think I do sometimes. All right, so anyway, yeah, so 24 inches tall. I like the base. I like the techniques actually used to create Swamp Thing with the paint and the sculpt. I like the veins kind of wrapping around. That looks good. Here's a little bit more of a shadowed look. Okay. Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm not really a fan of the pose. Looking at these pictures, I would still get this, though. This is not, to me, like a deal breaker. Sideshow has a maquette out, which didn't really have a lot of good fan reception. I think mostly because of the materials used. I think it was mostly PVC or something along those lines. The 1/3 scale Prime 1, everybody agrees is great. It's humongous. You gotta really love Swamp Thing to make that a focal point of your collection. So basically, with quarter scale, you have Sideshows or this, and I mean, I think I like the Sideshow pose a little bit better, although it doesn't have a lot going on with it. It feels like Swamp Thing. It creates a mood of Swamp Thing. This one is more of like a warrior, a fighter. All right, here goes the teeth. You got the red eyes there. It's really well done, man. I like this head sculpt. I would never use the other one. I do like how this one looks a lot. There's another angle with the beard type of head sculpt. I don't know, man. So when I make these videos, a lot of times I want to make it because there's, you know, controversy between collectors. Some people like it. A lot of people are vocal that they dislike it. Really, you know, this is my platform. I want to know what you guys think. What do you guys think about the new Swamp Thing quarter scale statue by XM Studios? Is it a deal breaker that the pose has been done before? Is it a deal breaker that it might not feel like a Swamp Thing pose to some? For me, it doesn't feel like a Swamp Thing pose. Sound off in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Yeah, I guess that's about it. Like I said, we're giving away a Spider-Man premium format exclusive statue by Sideshow. Once we hit 125,000 subscribers, all you got to do is be subscribed, leave a like on this video, and comment below. Once we hit the milestone, we'll go live on a Sunday like we always do, pick a random video where I promoted the giveaway, and use a random YouTube comment generator to draw a worldwide winner. Also, if you want to support the channel in other ways, you got to check out our partners at thatspidermanbooth.com. They have $30 mystery boxes where you can save $10 by using the code GEMMINT at checkout. You'll get 5 comics of retail value, but one lucky box is going to have the current GP, which is pictured here. That'll be in one of the boxes that last until the end of this round. They do 2 rounds per week. Or check out their sister company, Street Level Hero, who have exclusive variant covers. Every Tuesday and Thursday, they have new drops. Use that same code to save 10% on any item on the store and as many times as you shop. Not like that Spider-Man booth, that's a one-time per use. The SLHLA.com code works for life. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. Don't go anywhere. Check out my other statue unboxing and reviews in the playlist to the right, and stay minty fresh. Peace.